Hey everyone, welcome back to Simming History, where we look at the history of architecture through the lens of The Sims. And today on Simming History, we're going to look at an actual real-life house, the Las Vegas Underground House in Las Vegas, Nevada. So this house was built in 1978 by Jerry Henderson of the Avon Company and his wife Mary. He was actually a pioneer in underground living, a response to the threats of bombings during the Cold War. He paid for an underground house to be featured at a World's Fair, and he himself actually built three, this just being one of them, with another primary residence underground in Colorado. Now this house isn't actually entirely bomb-proof. All of its air conditioners and air supply intake vents are all up above grade, and so if there is an occurrence that threatens the quality of the air, then it will still threaten the quality of your air in your bunker. Now the main home was 5,000 square feet, and it featured a 500 square foot guest house. And it was all accessed by this small above ground building that included a stair and an elevator. So nothing says survive the apocalypse like having an elevator. The house also featured extensive storage rooms along the side of the elevator and the exterior stair for long-term storage of food and water. The house also included an exterior yard of sorts, including original green shag carpet and stone walkways. It had a dance floor, a pool and hot tub, a barbecue, a fountain, fake trees, and a putting green. The exterior of the home itself was white brick with some stone accent walls and some large black glass windows and black sliding glass doors. Along the perimeter of the home was a, quote, roof, which was entirely just meant to give you the feeling of being on an actual yard and having an actual house, but it served an additional purpose. It hid the strip of lights that run along the perimeter of the house that help provide the daylighting experience. And in fact, the exterior lights of this home could be set at any lighting level, providing the full dusk to dawn Now, along the outer walls, there were a set of murals. Each wall had a different one, depicting other properties that they owned. One wall depicted New Zealand, another Hollywood, another Colorado, the site of their other underground house, but also New York, the site of Jerry's childhood home. So to figure out the layout of this house, I actually had to watch every tour that's been given on YouTube and just look for little bits and pieces and slowly piece it together. It was like a giant jigsaw puzzle, which luckily I like giant jigsaw puzzles. Now the layout of this home is pretty unique. There, in the center heart of the home, there's a massive great room. There's easily 3 seating areas, and so that made it very challenging to furnish on The Sims. One area has a fireplace with some built-in cabinets, and next to that is a bar, and then across the way are 2 more seating areas. And next to the bar, there's actually a very large room, which originally was their laundry room, and it's huge. Wall-to-wall cabinets, and a washer and dryer. Seems quite a bit excessively large for 2 people, but that's just me. Now to one side of the great room, there were the kitchen and dining room. The kitchen has pink floor tile, and the cabinets are white, but they have these, the panel molding is painted pink. And the wallpaper is this white and yellow, almost like gingham pattern. There's a lot of built-ins in the kitchen, including a trash compactor, 2 built-in toasters. Who knew that was a thing? And wall ovens, and the stovetop was actually in the kitchen island. Unfortunately, Sims doesn't have a stovetop that you can just put in the counter. Next to the kitchen was the dining room. The dining room was really a sight to be seen. It had wood parquet floors and this almost greenish yellowy gold. It looks like wallpaper, but I'm pretty certain it's actually fabric, and it continues up the wall, and it sort of like bunches at the crown, and then it continues across the ceiling. And it had floor-to-ceiling curtains to match. It's a special room. I don't know if it's really quite what I would go for, but this was the 1970s. Now on the other side of this great room were all of the private spaces of the home. There would have been 2 bedrooms and a movie room, as well as a guest bath. Now the guest bath was a full-size bath. It had, the sink, the toilet, the shower. And it also had a door leading into the home's sauna. And that's right, this house had a sauna. And next to the guest bath was a spare room, which they used as a movie room. Big screen, projector, and an entire wall of built-in cabinets to house their extensive VHS collection. Now, from that hallway down towards the other two bedrooms, the hall actually was completely mirrored on both sides, floor to ceiling mirrors. And as we walked towards the back of the house, on one side was Jerry's bedroom, which was actually pretty plain on the inside. It was just white walls, the same kind of cream carpet that's throughout the rest of the home. He had his own bath, 2 sinks and a bathtub. The bathtub is unique though. It has this kind of blue ceramic tile, and in the center is the only original artwork in the home, and it remains with the home because it's painted on the tiles, and it's a portrait of a nude woman. I believe it was an actress. Now, at the very end of the hall was Mary's private bedroom, and she apparently is the reason for the pink accents in the kitchen, because her room is just pink everywhere. It's pink on the walls, it's pink on the floor, so the walls were like the dining room. It's a fabric, and it was pink, and then it was a pink like plush carpeting floor, and then she had a walk-in closet with pink carpet, and then farther down the hallway there's this pink bathroom, again pink walls, pink floor, and the floor's carpet, and she had pink toilets and a pink tub, and around the tub more mirrors, and even 2 columns, like Greek or Roman columns. So they had mirrors everywhere. There were mirrors behind the bar, out in the great room. There were mirrors along the entryway. There were just mirrors everywhere. I assume to bounce light around, as this is an underground house, and so lighting is at a premium here. Now, they built this home in 1978, and they lived in it for about 5 years until Jerry's passing. Now, upon his death, after, I'm assuming, quite a long time living underground, Mary decided she'd had enough of that, and so she built an above-ground residence on the same lot and moved into that, and she lived there for the remainder about 5 years of her life. His property has passed hands a couple of times, but it is actually, as of 2020, back on the market, and it could be yours for a cool $18 million. So there we go, the Las Vegas Underground House. I don't know about you, but it's interesting, but I don't know if I'd want to live there. I think it could make a very interesting Airbnb, though. Just the thought, if anyone out there has $18 million. As usual, you can find me on the Sims 4 gallery at Simming History, where I'll be posting a playable version of this build. And you can find me on Instagram at Simming History, where I post teasers for next week's episode. So until next week, stay awesome, everyone. Bye.